Hello everyone. Today we're going to be installing a Minn Kota Terrova trolling motor, 24 volt, 54 inch, on my 2022 Tracker 175 TXW. I'm going to be using the Minn Kota quick release bracket, and I'll show you that here in a second, and I'll show you my boat too, and we'll start with the unboxing and removing of the old trolling motor. Alright, so this is my 2022 175 TXW Tournament Edition. Just got it a few weeks ago. Had to wait about 7 weeks for it to come in with the 75 mercury on it. And I've added so far, added a bimini top to it. It's in the up position right now just to keep it out of my way while was cleaning on it. I really like it a lot. So the Tournament Edition comes with the 24 volt system already. It's got the 3 batteries, 24 volt for the trolling motor. It's got the 2 smaller Lowrance fish finders. Probably going to upgrade those eventually, but so far I've added some lights to it, added the bimini top to it, and added a stereo. Hold on, I'll show you the stereo. Alright, so it's a Boss Marine unit with 2 speakers. I like it a lot. It does very well. I have not done anything with the cooler. I may end up adding some insulation to it. I've seen a lot of other people do that. I have had it out a couple of times and had it filled up 2 or 3 times. It lasts most of the day with a bag of ice, but it's still pretty much spring here in Georgia, so the heat hadn't been very bad. I can imagine that it's going to be pretty rough middle of the summer. So here's the old trolling motor. So it came with the Minn Kota Maxim 24 volt. I've used it a few times and don't really have a problem with it. It seems to do well. I just wanted something with spot lock, so that's why I'm going with the Terrova. Now, here's the Terrova. So I went with the iPilot and the Universal Sonar 2. So for now, I should be able to just hook it up to my Lowrance that I've got on there, the stock one, until I decide, to upgrade. But with an adapter, I should be able to hook that right up. So I'm going with the MKA 21 quick release bracket, and yeah, it's the Minn Kota Terrova 24 volt, 45 inch, and we'll go ahead and remove the old trolling motor first, and we'll start with removing the front panel here so that we can get to the screws that are located here. So yeah, should be able to go in through that front panel right there. Move that out of the way just so we can see better. connection to the trim, and the connection to the front light, and of course the power for the trolling motor plug. So I've already bought a plug to go on the Terrova that I'll install here to go ahead and use this same plug. Okay, all right, so this is that hole right there in the front. And so if you look in there, there are the bolts for the existing trolley motor. And I am going to, oh, and that's the horn and the light right there. And that's the connections. So those are the 4 bolts that we need to get out for the old trolley motor. And okay. Wow. So I remove this foot pedal. Looks like I'm gonna have to remove the top portion anyway, so I'll do that, and I may not have to remove the mount, the base of the mount. All right, so there we are. It is removed. So like I said, we just had these 2 sheet metal screws here in the front. And then the 4 bolts here. So I'll get this all cleaned up, and then we'll go ahead and unbox the new one and see what we got. Alright, so this is our MKA21 quick release bracket. Directions, hardware. That's pretty much it for that. Got more mounting hardware, our lanyard for our remote control, more mounting hardware there. All right, so there we have it. Our remote control there. That's what I'm gonna need the adapter to go from that plug to the one that was here on our mount. Here. And I'll have to order that. And that's our wire to our pedal. That's pretty much it in our pedal there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take it and lift it out of the cardboard here, get it up onto the bow of the boat and see what position we want to go in, and then we'll mark that and check our quick release bracket and go from there. So what I'm going to do, as you can see, pretty sure that's right where I want it. But I do need to set the shaft down here so that I can check the measurement from the shaft to the boat. Because they recommend 1.5 inches, so I want to make sure I stay there. So I'm going to remove this step just for now, just to get it out of my way while I mount everything up, and then hopefully I'll be able to put it back. All right, so to determine the position where I want it, now I'm going to mount the bottom plate. The bottom plate of this disconnect, quick disconnect, is going to go here. In order to do that, I'm going to mount, there's there's a stud you have to mount in either side, depending on which side you want to put the handle on for this quick connect. So since this is going to go like so, I'm going to go ahead and have my handle on the open side of the boat. So I'm going to go ahead and install that in there. So they've got this diagram inside the box to help you find where to drill the holes. once you've decided where you're going to place it. Alright, so I'll cut that out. Be right back. Alright, now it even has a line right here that tells you that you cannot be inside that line. In other words, that line has to be out to the very edge or further, which should give you your 1.5 inch that we were measuring earlier. All right. So that should give us what we want. So we should be able to drill those 4 holes. And yes, this is right there past the edge of the bow, so we're fine on that. And it says 1764 drill bit. All right. Sorry, had to have a little refreshment. All right. $17.64. These two, I have to see. I assume those front two, I'm going to have to use the sheet metal screws that were in the very front of the other one. So that's what we'll plan on for those. Okay, so we're going to go to the hardware store, get some this size, this length right here. All right, so I went to the hardware store, got some 2-inch stainless steel. And those should be perfect. It won't come out the bottom. Should have plenty enough for some grip. And I think I may use one of those rubber washers on that one corner. So these came with the install kit. And I think, nah, that's a little bit much. That should be perfect. Some silicone. I'll go ahead and cover these holes too, even though they're not used. I don't want any water to get around them. All right, so I went ahead and test fit the motor back up on there, and everything looks good. I did have to, I went ahead and put in the handle. I did have to go back and loosen the 2 screws on the back of the puck just a hair, because I was actually pulling the puck down in the back just a little bit, just a little bit too much torque on those back 2 bolts. So I brought them up just a hair, and that fits well. Motor comes down well. So basically I'm going to, I pulled out the tray, easy enough, just like 8-10 little screws. The reason I did that, so that I can mount the puck over there. So I went ahead and mounted the puck there. That's the sensor heading, so it tells it which direction is forward on your boat, so that you, when you use your jog function and iPilot stuff, it basically knows which way is forward. So I mounted it there so that I could pull the power wire up underneath and through here. I did have to get a coat hanger, you know, reach up there and grab it, but I did that so that I could go and join into the same power here that the Lowrance power there. I went ahead and joined into that. So just respliced it here, so that I can do that. And then I'm going to take the this cable, which goes to the, we'll go back to the Lowrance for the sonar, and I'm going to run it through the hole here in the foot box, just like it was before, and then remount the foot box. So that'll go through there and then back up through there, and then I'm going to remount that foot box. And so power and mounted the sensor and remove the foot box so that I could do that. And then I'm going to put the box back in, and then I'm going to go ahead and put this front plate back in, and then we'll hook up the power plug here, and so I'll go ahead and do that. right, so I finished reinstalling the foot pedal, and went ahead and installed the plug, and that went fine. Went ahead and reinstalled the front fish finder. I need to get the adapter, so universal sonar to the Lowrance fish reveal. Just ordered it online, 30 bucks, but that'll get you every time, I guess. I checked the puck. The puck paired up with the motor just fine. Did turn on the motor. Fixing to install the blade. I do really like that you can check your battery on here, which is very nice. Powers up just fine. I did go ahead and put some of this grip tape, where it's marine grade grip tape, cover up those holes, and turned out pretty nice. And I did silicone them up first. Pretty much, it's not exact match, but you know, it's all right. And I didn't show you, I had bought a mount, a support, so it connects to the rail system and supports the head of the unit while you're traveling or, you know, bouncing on the waves. So I like it. Does pretty well. Of course, it goes right in the VersaTrack system. So really nothing to it. Holds pretty well. And then I also use some of that grip tape here on both sides. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get that blade installed, and then the foot pedal. All right, here is that support. By Railblaza. All right, so there it is. The foot pedal basically is just sitting down in the box. I've seen some guys put a piece of wood up underneath it and bring it up so it sits closer to flush. But I figure I'll try it like that and see if I like it or not, sitting down in there. I don't really see why they give you all the extra cable for the foot pedal, but I tied it up and just set it there. If it gets in my way or bugs me, I'll find something else to do with it. I could also shorten up that power cable if I wanted to. But we'll see. I don't see a problem with the way it is. The old cable was more in the way from the factory, so now I've got all that open room over there that I didn't have before. So that being said, I may put me a rod strap over there, and I've got some more room over there. So that's it. The blade's on. Everything's good there. I'm gonna reinstall my step. Shouldn't be much of a problem there. So, yeah, pretty easy overall. So, hope this video was helpful. Let me know if you got any questions I can answer. And there's the remote, by the way, so probably end up using that most of the time instead of the pedal anyways. But like I said, if I decide to bring the pedal height up a little bit with a block of wood, that'd be fine. And the way it is, by the way, you can't mount it down in the bottom of the pan like that with the screws. It comes with these 2 screw holes on either side. They happen to fall right in the middle, and there's a brace that goes right across the middle there, so you can't use those anyway. So if you want to mount it. Using the 2 screw holes, you're going to have to put the block of wood, mount it at either end with 2 screws that go down in the plastic, and then use the 2 screw holes that come with the foot pedal into the wood. So other than that, that's it. So pretty much the same place where the other Minn Kota was, further forward. And like I said, I think it turned out pretty nice. If you got any questions or comments, just leave them down below. All right, everybody have a good day. Thanks. Okay, so one last thing. Those of you that are wondering that have the 22 with the front step on it, it fits with the step, but just barely. So, you know, it's one of those things you have to be careful pulling your boat up. You don't want to slam it into it. But if you want that grab pole, so I think that only comes with the Tournament Edition trailer. But it does fit, so it's a pretty tight fit, but it fits. So, all right, thank you.